Oh, holy shit. It's been damn near 20 years since I've seen that title up on a screen. Can we get to it? Alright, what are we going to do? I will be male.
Your mind wakes in darkness. Aching cold sets into an unfamiliar body. A distant howling surrounds you, louder with each passing second. Insistent and invisible hands slap and tear at the membrane that protects you.
This is a sex dream, isn't it?
Your first emotion is an involuntary and formless panic. You feel you have forgotten something important. As if it once meant the world to you, but the details slip away as you grasp at them. You force your eyes open.
Oh yeah, it is a sex dream. Look at this body.
You are wearing a form-fitting suit of some dark material. You recall that you were wearing something much more elaborate a short time ago. You have smooth, light brown skin, 5 fingers on each hand, 5 toes on each foot. Good muscles, strong but not bulky, and slim hips.
Oh.
Your palms are soft, as if they have not done much labor.
Am I also
but
willowy?
Scars and burns on the hands and wrists suggest that you haven't always been careful.
That does not describe me at all.
Without warning, the cocoon that surrounds you shreds and tears away.
Uh-oh.
You are falling. Above you, a small moon is slowly collapsing in on itself. The world is many kilometers below you.
And this isn't just a sex dream, this is a broken condom nightmare. You know what? How far is it to the ground?
You started at least 100 kilometers above the ground. Assuming you fell from a dying moon, that is. You've been blacked out for some time, though, and now it looks like you're perhaps 50 kilometers up. Maybe less. It's hazy. You were in a tall passageway, its sides slicked with dew, the air warm and moist, as if you were caught in the breath of a giant organism. You remember fleeing in fear and exhilaration, laughing through the terror. What was it that pursued you?
A gnawing sense of inadequacy?
Something ancient and cold, its coiling power the promise of oblivion. Its shadowed tendrils struck at you, and the walls where they landed were torn apart utterly, destroyed beyond any hope of repair. You leapt into a membranous cocoon and fell from the station, the moon. And then you were empty. But who were you? What was that creature? A word surfaces in your thoughts, and you seize it before it vanishes. Sorrow. The world fills your sight. You're about to hit.
Oh my god. They've captured a sex dream perfectly. Yep, regret. I am about to do the walk of shame more than hit. Yeah, the sorrow. I want to dwell on the sorrow of whatever situation I've gotten myself into.
Your mind to recall. But you push past it, a creature of the forgotten world seeking you out across the centuries. But it's not you it seeks, is it? It sought the man whose memories you shovel through now. And you realize suddenly that you are not him. You were... Who? Who were you?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna hit the ground no matter what, so let's,
You somehow managed to sidestep everything you know about anatomy, physics, and death, and you were surprised to realize that you do know something about them. And you survived this fall. You suspect that you might be able to reawaken a dormant strength you sense inside you. But who could possibly survive a fall from this height?
I think there should be an if there. Well, potentially the protagonist of a Torment game could survive a fall from this height.
You remember reaching an escape tube, and you remember being struck by a tendril of force, and then the fall. The fall. You open your eyes in time to see a riot of color around you. Your descent barely slowed, and then agony flares throughout your body as a crunching impact destroys you.
Yeah.
The last thing you hear is a rapidly cycling whine of energy, and then darkness.
Fair enough. Okay. Interesting. Move. Alright. We'll interact. There's going to be a lot of text in this, isn't there? Alright. Jumbled thoughts cloud your head as you study the empty bowl before you. Drops of liquid fall from the ceiling, spattering on the ground next to the bowl. The light from every drop is reflected in the bowl's rounded hollow, as if it hungers for that light and needs to be... God, we're back to the sexual innuendoing. Alright. Needs to be filled. Yet the bowl remains dry. Ugh. My mind is just in a bad place today, apparently. Another drop falls from the ceiling and splashes across the pylons. Waste. Wasted. Examine the bowl. You trace your fingers over the slippery, overlapping scales that spiral up from the bottom of the bowl. The sharp-toothed rim plucks at your skin. It's going to be tricky to move this bowl without slicing your fingers on the edge. You might have to put some effort into it. Reflected light streaks across the surface of the bowl as another droplet falls from the ceiling. Oh, I can examine the bowl again? Yeah. Nippet flesh, shining drops, polished depths. You know, fuck it, we'll move it. Tutorials. You know what? Since, once again, the entire premise of this is to, not read the instructions, screw it. We'll disable tutorials. Yeah. Alright, so. Glowy things usually mean click on me. I guess that gives me a 100% chance. Yeah, alright. 100% chance to do thing. Yay! Success! You carefully take hold of the bowl, avoiding the teeth and serrated rim. With a deep breath, you move it over the glowing pool of fallen light. Oh, this is so perfectly Baldur's Gate / Icewind Dale / Torment. For my character, or sprite, as it were, did nothing. And yet the bowl moved. Drop by drop, the bowl fills, ripple spreading over the blurred outline of your reflection. A pale blue luminescence stretches into the corners of the room. Oh. Clear radiance spills across the segmented floor, washing away the nearest shadows and pouring into your mind, melting the ragged edges of your fragmented thoughts. You are not whole. Not yet. But you have begun to heal from the damage done in your long fall. A voice calls out from somewhere high above, beyond the reaches of the spreading light. Hello? Are you still alive down there? We're up here. Build a path up to us, but be careful. Oh. No, that's... I'm sorry about that. That's totally not the voice that a sentient ball of light would have. Anyway. Can I interact with that again? Oh. What happens if I overturn the bowl? When you touch it, you feel a strange tightness in your head and soon discover the bowl is far too heavy to move now. Even the attempt makes your arms ache and temples throb. Yeah, I'm not going to try overturning it again. It's just a waste of time. Alright, so, what can I see now? Metal waves. This mirror looks strange, as though what you see in it is real, and you're the reflection. Ooh, spooky. Look at those when I get up there. Run. You can zoom in, just so you know. Actually, from the isometric point of view, he does actually vaguely resemble me, so... as soon as you touch the orb, a memory floods your mind. You stand in front of a rusted door. The air is humid and dank. You've had a moment's respite from this waterlogged hell. A bubble of stale air, your resting point. You've breathed water before, and you've lived decades beneath the waves, but this body's an air breather. Constant pressure has been crushing you ever so subtly. Worse, your companion's mind seems to be wandering from the task at hand. He's a genius with machines, as you well know, but now he seems distracted. Well, Yeah, because apparently we're being crushed at depth underwater. The device in his hands is covered in knobs, wires, and antennas. Wouldn't it be antennae? Whatever. He believes it can get the two of you through the corroded door, but he's merely staring at it. Antennae. Perhaps he's lost faith in his invention. That is hardly your concern. This mission cannot be delayed. It must proceed. Yeah, I'm gonna... That always usually goes well. Your words echo clearly, and he looks up, surprised, as you cut through his indecisive gaze. He grimaces and says, "All right, we'll be through the door before they catch up." His fingers make minute adjustments to the knobs and blinking levers of the device, and the stale air of your bubble freshens as the door swings open. A dark hallway lies beyond, a passage that links the water-bordered cells in the aquatic viewing areas. What you seek lies there. Oh my god, there's a lot of text. Moments later, you're underwater again, your hands closing around a strange yet familiar artifact. You need it to complete something. It hovers above a pedestal, rotating in the dark water. An electric current runs through your fingers as your hand crosses the vertical plane of the pedestal. An iridescent field coalesces so fast that the wave of pressure dazes you for a moment. The rising pulse of a sonar alarm ripples through the water. The guards won't be far behind. Excuse me. Run, disable. Yeah, okay, sure. I'd like to know what ciphers are. I mean, this is part of the tutorial, I suppose. You run urgent fingers over the devices fastened to your waist, a fog rising in your mind. A few can be used against the guards, but will also turn your skin to scent steel, or the surrounding water to boiling wax. Hardly ideal. Finally, you find a small silver sphere. Setting the sphere in place, you kick desperately for the safety of a nearby alcove. The sphere whirls and unfolds into a spiraling vortex. The sphere at its center speaks a few polite words in an ancient language that begins draining the surrounding water into itself with alarming speed. The approaching guards shout, then scream as they too are sucked into the whirlpool and ripped to pieces. Wow. And I just had that on my belt? Sweet. You allow yourself a fleeting smile, but are all too aware that more alarms are going off in the distance. Memory begins to fade, as if you were being drawn backwards through a tunnel, and you hear more pylons rising from the pit. Something is wrong. The events within the orb have settled into that gap in your mind, but the edges of it are rough, as though the memory itself is not truly yours. There's something else. A gust of sour air pulling at you, like a predator inhaling the scent of its prey at the far end of a dark, whispering field. Ugh. I like long sentences, but that one was actually kind of a mouthful, if not slightly a mess. Anyway, continuing on. Last Cast-Off. No, that's right. I'm playing a character called the Last Cast-Off. And apparently I don't get to choose what I look like. Which is slightly irritating. Light around the door's frame dims and flares like a roaring fire in a high wind. No sign or symbol tells you what may be behind this enormous door. A dull chill radiates from its bronze segmented surface, and the thick metal wheel seems frozen in place. Countless scratches and wounds mar the surface of this door. Someone made a great effort to get inside, to no avail. Hey, ball. You stand beside a woman on a verdant crag. Beneath the two of you is a broad plateau towering above the overgrowth far below. Strange machines have been built into the cliffside, presumably for reconnaissance or defense. A metallic disc gleams at the center of the plateau, from the center of the plateau. Your self-aware humanoid machines drill into the base of the cliffs below. If you were looking for a sanctuary, and you were desperately, this seems like the right place. Fair enough. I don't know about this, the woman says, her voice... Oh, okay. I don't know about this, the woman says, her voice flat, neutral. Her face is turned away from you. What makes this place any more secure than the other ones we found? Yes. A slight chill enters the air as you describe the potential power of the metallic disc below and the sealed vaults beneath it. She nods. So that's what your servitor machines are doing down there? You've already chosen this as a site, haven't you? She waits for your affirmation and says, All right, I'm convinced. Well, that was easy. The two of you sketch your plans for the sanctuary, drawing schematics and architectural diagrams. Then you descend onto the plateau to examine the open ground. Oh my god. The woman suggests having one of the servitors build a shelter for your time here. You try to draw one of the constructs away from its task, but it doesn't respond to your voice. When you lay a hand on its shoulder to reinforce your command, it whirls and strikes you across the face with inhuman speed. It turns back to its task, ignoring you. Your companion helps you rise, laughter in her eyes. Poetry. It seems your construct has other ideas. What's the matter with it? Yeah, we'll just go with intuition. A mist falls onto the plateau as you wrap a fiber-shielding mesh around the construct's skull. The mesh powers up, protecting the construct's mind from any transdimensional emissions that might be in the area. Taking a deep breath, you repeat your command. Acknowledged. I really wish I could do a Cylon voice for that, but I can't. It obediently trundles to the site of your new shelter. By your command would also be equally as good. The image freezes, then fades, and you feel memory filling the gap in your mind. Filling the gap in your mind, blocked by jagged block. Sorry, I thought that was a period there. You stagger, clutching your head, reclaiming your memory. Memories hurts. And once more, there's something else. Hairs lift one by one on the back of your neck. Something beyond this room can sense what you are doing, and is hunting you. Okay, fair enough. Whoa. Oh, new bridge. Gotta say, this whole hex pattern feels like I'm walking on a swatch of Miranda's outfit in Mass Effect 2. A vision of a city springs up around you. Your city, in flames and under attack. Your defenders have fought and died all day, and still the attackers keep coming. They fight as if your destruction were demanded of them. It's bad. They fight as if your destruction was demanded of them. They care nothing for mercy, surrender, or plunder. What they want is blood. Potentially for the blood god. But you have brought a keen-eyed companion to the top of the tower. She has seen the way to stop the invaders. You need to get her to safety, and you need to rally your defenders. But even as you turn towards the door of the tower, two of the attackers descend from a hovering machine. You don't have time to strike at them before they land. One is brutishly large, his weapon a vibrating axe. The other is slim, sheathed in glassy armor, and holding a hilt with sizzling invisible blade. Okay. Your companion backs away. She's too young to help. Your enemies advance single file, confined by the parapet. Never trade blows with a giant. Duck under the giant swing. No. Again, never trade blows with a giant. Yeah. Fight defensively and figure out... Yeah, I want to know. Because, sizzling invisible blade, that sounds dangerous. The memory seems crystal clear. The giant is menacing, it's true, but the invisible blade of his companion is more worrisome still. The energy field that flickers and wavers around you suggests that she can carve matter at the molecular level. Yeah, that's dangerous. Tearing pieces of her target into nothingness. If you're to save yourself, your best bet is to tackle her first. She's stuck behind the giant, waiting her turn to attack you, unable to bring her weapon to bear until he's out of the way. But it's clear that she expects him to handle you, and her eyes rove behind you, her focus on your ward. She's certainly not expecting you to dive between the giant's legs and come up inside her guard. She can't bring her blade to bear in time, and you drive her dagger under her chin. I am a badass. Sweet. You catch her before her deadly blade drops onto you, and spin her around. The weapon slashes into the giant, and he topples, bisected. I am a badass. The immediate threat ended, you focus on finding a way back to your allies. You open the tower door and rush down the stairs. The door at the base of the stairs is slightly cracked, opening just a bit into the hall, and you hear more of the enemy soldiers beyond. Hurl? No. Crack door? Maybe? Charge through? I have no idea what my defenses are. I don't think I'm big enough to do that, but I am sneaky as shit. You press yourself against the gleaming door, easing it open, and your breath catches in your throat as it squeaks quietly. The sound like a bell in your memory. You pause, but the soldiers in the hall continue to talk. You push again, squeeze yourself through the narrow opening, and creep down the blood-stained hall. The memory begins to fade, and you find yourself back in your own body. Your temples throb with the racing force of your heartbeat, and the reclaimed memories blaze within you like a bonfire on a mountain peak, visible to every predator from kilometers around. Yeah, again, I like long sentences, but come on, man. A tremor rocks the floor beneath you, as though a massive fist has struck the room itself. Swaying on your feet, you see frantic movement within the borders of a mirror at the edge of the room. Where are we going? Oh, okay. The mirror! Nice. Oh. And unlike Torment, I actually have a reflection. Well, the original Torment, the Planescape Torment, which I'm not sure if I can say without also saying TM. In any case, the border of this mirror is lavishly decorated with a dizzying number of interlocked symbols, daggers, masks, paintbrushes, amulets, and more, but that's nothing compared to what you see in the glass. You see a vast crowd of people, exact doppelgangers of you, shoving, arguing with, and fighting each other. Most are drab imitations of you, but a precious few are vivid and pull at your attention. Each of them bears an intricate pentagonal? Okay. Pentagonal tattoo on their head. In their eyes, their actions, you see the memories you discovered within the orbs, and the choices you made, shining like distant stars. Your hand twitches at your side, and though some of the bright doppelgangers ignore you, an even smaller number immediately turn to you, waiting for you to choose them and learn what you might become. A rumble shakes the room, and a slow vibration spreads from the darkness below, rippling towards the ceiling. Fuck it, we'll just start with number one. The doppelganger makes... Sorry. The doppelganger makes its way over to you. It's about to speak when a thuggish feature charges out of the crowd and shakes his knife in the doppelganger's face. Speaking in your voice, the doppelganger raises a calming hand, appealing to the thug's better nature with a combination of disarming wit and outright lies. Scowling, the thug lowers his knife and apologizes to the doppelganger for the trouble. Yeah, I like that. If that's who I'm going to be, yeah, you know what? That is who I am. I like talking my way out of things. The remaining doppelgangers scatter for the edges of the mirror and vanish. Your chosen identity steps forward. Its appearance changes as it steps out of the rippling glass. Its face reflects confidence and cleverness. Shadows of weapons flicker in and out of its hands, and a few devices shimmer on its belt. You get the feeling you, would be comfortable in a variety of situations. The word Jack sounds in your mind. Well, Jack is one of the 3 character classes, right? And apparently I'm clever. Nice. Your doppelganger continues walking, stepping into you, filling you, making you whole. That sounds invigorating. Your decision rings out into the cavernous room, awakening and unlocking vast mechanisms behind the walls. Suddenly, a grotesque noise rings through your shared worlds, like a bell if bells could rot. Oh, man, come on. Something is coming. God damn it, just stop. I gotta get my head out of this space. Everything is dirty right now. The mirror fades, leaving a dark open doorway. You take a deep breath and step through. Last cast off. I cannot change my name. I am a clever Jack. I'm... Attributes. No abilities. No skills to speak of, apparently. Inability. Trained! I'm trained in deception, that's good. Jacks are intrepid explorers and adventurers. They're jacks of all trades, hence the name. Although the word harkens back to fables involving a wily, resourceful hero who always seemed to be named Jack. Jacks are at their best when they combine weapons, armor, esoteries. I don't know how that's supposed to be pronounced. I would say esoterics, but that's very clearly an E. Ciphers and a clever tongue. They're treasure hunters, grifters, scalds, rogues, and experts in a variety of fields. Oh, so I'm a bard. Alright. Oh. Okay. 4 points to distribute to any pool, plus 10 health at tier 1, 7 health at later tier, 2 abilities at tier 1, 1 ability at each later tier. Pick up 1 exploration skill at each tier. That sounds okay. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do that. 6, 7, 8. Very linear. Just intellecto. Increases willpower. Increases evasion. Increases health. Evasion. Sucker punch. Ooh, sucker punch sounds nice. Probably not. This will be one of the first times that I don't choose the heavy armor wearing class right out the gate. I'm gonna get my ass kicked all over the place. Choose damage type and then make a weapon attack. Ah! Well, that'll be good. It's always good to be able to bypass various damage resistances. And, I can wear armor, but I can also keep, evasion and... Yeah, we will be trained without armor. Yay! Alright, continue. Oh. An exploration skill. Perception. Draws my eye immediately. Unlocks conversation options. Oh, I love conversation options. Let's do that. I haven't even really looked at anything else, but you know, I'm hopeful that I will be able to open things up as we go along. No weapon skills. Descriptor. Well, I'm clever. But we already knew I was clever. Alright. Are you sure you wish to proceed? This is the last chance, the last cast off character type descriptor. Yes, we will do that. And we're coming up on the first half of the first hour. So let's see what happens as I go through the mirror. And if it takes too long, maybe we will have to cut. There is a ton of text. Everything about this spectral feature seems dreamlike. He is a hazy silhouette who seems to be made of blue glass smoke. He wears stylish, well-cut clothes. His handsome, bearded face seems hauntingly familiar, though you've never seen him before. He breathes a sigh of relief when he sees you.
We weren't sure that you would work. That would work. We pooled our strength and channeled it through me to reach you, to wake you up.
He glances at the other figures here and frowns unhappily.
It took more out of them than we thought. The other reflections, they're more like shadows now. Look, I'll bet you've got a lot of questions. This whole place is basically your mind. Your body's still out there in the real world, healing from that fall. You need to get out there and finish the process.
He shrugs.
It shouldn't be too hard.
Shouldn't. I hate shouldn't. Yeah. What was hunting me?
That's a memory I don't want to recall. Large, black, furious. It's our death. It's the sorrow.
He closes his eyes.
I hope it's lost interest in you. If it finds us, we're done for.
Oh, so you're like C-3PO as a force spirit. Alright. Finish the process.
After you wake up from this dream state and attune to the tides, you'll need to find something called a resonance chamber. Your body should have landed somewhere near it. Just climb inside that and everything will be fine.
Yeah, tides?
Tides are like a force. Like gravity or magnetism or something. Except they respond to people's actions and perceptions. Your body, that is, your body in the real world, needs the tides to survive. It is not something you need to worry about. Your body will attune as it wakes up.
Okay. What is a resonance chamber?
I remember pieces about it, but not the whole. It's a crystal sarcophagus. I remember it having 5 mechanical arms around it, and a metal ring set in the floor. I think we You were aiming for it when we fell. When you open your eyes in the real world, it should be nearby.
Yeah, who are you?
I'm
He pauses and looks down at himself, considering a long time before answering.
you. I'm part of your mind. Splinter, I was waiting here for you. We called you with the memories of the others who are here. I don't know what happened next.
Yeah, if this place is my mind, why don't I remember any of this?
It's your mind! A construct built to, I don't know, share thoughts, store your true self. Wait, you know how people say, in the first place? This is definitely the first place of your memory! Well, it was the first place for me anyway. You'd probably know better since it's yours. I don't remember now. Maybe it'll come to you later.
Yeah, who's everybody else here?
That's what they are. As I said, it's your mind. You'll find reflections of people you knew, people you met in the real world, and with whom you shared some kind of psychic connection. I don't know how or why. It just happens.
Fuck it, let's go. How do I get back to the real world?
There's a portal down there. It'll take you back to your body. Just step through it, and the whole tides thing will take care of it. Should take care of it.
God, should again.
Should take care of itself. When you wake up, find the resonance chamber and activate it. Then we can...
What in the hell is that? Oh. It's a nightmare from beyond. Awesome.
Sorrow is anchored to those reflections. It's devouring their power. We have to get rid of them, destroy its anchors, or else the sorrow will erase us forever.
Wait, so am I... Crisis initiated? Alright. So, we're killing things. Alright, screw it, I'll attack. Let's see what I can do at 85. Run. Hit! Hey, I killed one. Wait. Ooh. Nightmare squids? Crap. I can't run and attack. I have to run. Alright. That's all of my movement. So I can make one move and one attack, which again is very D&D. Kill the reflection. I'ma kill it. Woo! And then can I run here? Yay! Sorrow infection.
What's it doing now? It's infecting it somehow.
Can I just go there? Okay. Alright. It's 85% thanks. I seem to be running out of what?
Skist! The reflection is protected somehow. You'll need to find a way to hit it even harder.
Oh. Can I be a Super Saiyan?
Piece of mirror glass.
What? What piece of mirror? Oh. That thing that I moused over before that I should have just picked up when I saw it? God damn it. Ugh. I will take it. More nightmare squids. So I'm effectively killing pieces of my own mind? Man, hypothalamus is not going to be happy with me. Let us kill it. I just want this thing gone, so yeah. Did I not kill it? How did I not kill it? Oh, do I have to... Ah, I see. Yay! Bye-bye, Sorrow. This is pretty. I like the background.
You pried it loose. That thing is a cancer, an infection. It's unstoppable. But you stopped it! I can't believe it found us. In here. That thing, the Sorrow. It's been hunting you. It's what killed you in the first place. It'll keep hunting you until you activate the resonance chamber. I didn't remember until I saw it, but that's why the chamber is so important. You have to get back and activate the chamber before it's too late. The portal to your body is that shimmering dome. Go now!
Alright. Fair enough. And bye-bye.
Where did he fall from? His body smashed to talc. It's a wonder he's still breathing.
All I saw was the corona, not his origin point. But look, he's healing already. Spontaneous regeneration.
Alright. God, what did his voice sound like? Ugh, what was that? What did you do, Calistedge? His tone has become accusatory, suspicious. You open your eyes. The first thing you notice is this man's kaleidoscope of tattoos writhing across his forearms. He wears a long, dark coat, belted at the waist, supplies filling the pockets. His boots are worn and stained with years of travel. Can you blame me? He emitted an internal physiological What? He emitted an... Alright. He emitted an internal physiological reaction in response to the fall. Probably related to that fantastic healing process. Obviously, Allegern. Her voice rolls and hisses, and you have to rub your eyes to be sure that you're not seeing double. Faint echoes of her actions trail from her, each nearly mimicking her, though some act and react to stimuli that you can't perceive. Her vivid hair and outrageous clothing remain constant through these shadows. Oh yes, it's obvious, Calistedge. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. His voice is grim and clipped. Then he sees you looking at him. You an ordinary mortal. We know that much. Start talking. I may very well just give him a dumb southern accent. His face is hard and set. Yeah, who are you? If you don't remember who I am, you're more self-centered than I ever imagined. Silver Tide. Okay, I don't know anything about the tides yet. You know he's not the changing god, Allegern. It's his face. I've never seen any other people rebuild themselves like that. Only the changing god could have healed so quickly. He sighs and rubs his face, trying to regain his composure. Maybe you could help me for a change. You know what this means to me. You're familiar with the word changing, Allegern? It implies inconsist... Well, It implies... I keep reading that as incontinency, which is awesome. It implies inconstancy. Thus, the changing god may well have changed. Several versions of her shrug, and she addresses you. You'll have to forgive him. He believes you're someone he once knew, even though it's painfully obvious to anyone that you are newly born. Her most solid self curtsies while the others bow or spin. I and my sisters am Calistedge. This is Allegern. We are explorers, knowledge seekers. That's how we came to be in this room. If I'm not mistaken, you are what we call a cast-off. The changing god created you, body and mind, your sire.